What's good, y'all? So one thing that y'all need to know about me is I am not afraid to ask the questions that need to be asked. I'm not afraid to ask the questions that people are too scared to ask. Oh, you're just gonna walk up to so-and-so and ask them that? Oh, you're gonna say that? Oh man, you're brave for asking something like that to them. What do you mean I'm brave? I had a question. If you can't answer my question, then why would I continue taking guidance from you? If you refuse to answer my questions, why would I trust you? I mean, if you're dating somebody and you always ask them something and they never answer you, wouldn't that show you that they had something to hide? So why would you continue trusting them? I've asked questions about COVID-19. I've asked questions about the big pharma. I've asked questions about the medical industry. I've asked questions about the food industry. I've asked questions about corporate America. I've asked questions about the cookie cutter life that we're supposed to be living. At 6 years old, you're supposed to do this. At 13, you can do this. At 16, you can do this. At 21, you can do this. At 25, you can now rent a truck. At 30, you should be doing this. At 35, you should have been done this. What happens if I didn't? Then what? Oh, there's no real rules because we're living this image. We're living in this world that has been created for us, all right. And some people refer to this phenomenon, if you will, as the Matrix. So the way to break out of the Matrix is to realize that all these answers are not for your greatest good. Yes, you're supposed to eat 3 meals a day. Yes, these foods aren't harmful. Yes, these preservatives aren't harmful. Yes, this injection into your body that's introducing foreign substances into your natural body, that's good for you. That don't make sense to me. So you know what? Thank you for your information and your guidance, but I'm going to go in the opposite direction because I no longer trust you because you are lying to me for profit. You are lying to me to keep me stuck somewhere. Whether that's big pharma, the food industry, friends, family, all that type of stuff. It's like you have to ask the questions until you are satisfied. That's not to say that you get a perfectly good answer and you ignore it because it's not what you wanted to hear, but you have to be able to practice discernment to see whether or not that this answer is for your greatest good. If that's the full answer or a partial answer that's just going to point you in the right direction. You see what I'm saying? But the same way that I'm able to question all of these, these enemies, I have to question my allies as well. All of us in the spiritual conscious community, for example, right? So let's get into that real quick. One of the big questions is, why are y'all walking around with so much fear? When you're in a spiritual community, y'all feel safe because power in numbers, and I get that. But you are your own light. So why are you walking around fearing the darkness when you literally are the light? You literally are the torch that lights the way. What are you scared of? I was in Isis Wisdom's Telegram chat where she was doing a live, and it was one of those lives where people could call in and ask questions. And when some of these people were asking these questions, they were so fearful. I'm like, first of all, how are you so tapped into this type of information, but you're still bogged down by so much fear? You know what I'm saying? Oh, but what am I supposed to do with this? And I just feel so lost right now. Don't get me wrong. We've all been there. And I get it. We're on different stages of our journey. But I'm just here to tell you, I'm here to ask you, why are you carrying so much fear? Yeah, you think changing your profile picture and your profile name is, don't get me wrong, it's a step in the right direction, but you think that's it? Lightworker 222, Manifest Goddess 459, Divine Being 369. Okay, that's nice. Are you acting like it? Because I don't think divinity is scared of anything. I don't think someone that knows that they can manifest anything in their world is scared of anything. I don't think a true god or goddess is scared of anything. Sure, caution and maybe even a little bit of worry. I can give you that because, how are things going to go? We're in this transitionary phase that's new to a lot of us. I get that. But what good do you think that you're going to be in this battle against the darkness and the so-called evil when you yourself are their bullets? AKA, you are a pod, a capsule of fear. You're going to hold us back. You're going to be the one that we can't trust. If, let's just say, in a situation where our backs are up against the wall, we're the ones. You have so much fear in your heart. I'm not sure if I could trust you to have my back. I'm not sure if I could trust you to stand 10 toes down and just be ready to take whatever, because some of y'all still fear death. I am an immortal light being. Energy doesn't die, it just transforms. But I don't want to die because Man, if I'm fighting for what I believe in, I'm willing to die for it. Like I always say, I'm dying on this hill. This spiritual journey is always going to be something for me. I'm dying here. I don't care. I'm doing what I got to do because I fully believe this. I believe it all the way, that I am willing to die for. Are you? Are you willing to die for your own brother or sister? And I'm not talking about your blood brother or sister. I'm talking about someone that resonates at the same frequency as you. Are you willing to put your life on the line? What you don't understand sometimes is some of us content creators, now I don't do too much risque stuff because I'm like a ninja with certain things. I like to keep it low. I like to, show, flex a little bit, but then all right, fall back. You have to find that balance. That's something I actually learned from Daylight. Shout out to Daylight. But but there's some people that are out here putting out that information that's actually dangerous. And they're doing it, and they know what they're doing. They know that they're putting themselves at danger by releasing said information. That's why, you see some of these rappers that break their freaking their mind control. That's why they happen to get arrested after making a controversial song where they speaking on some real stuff. That's why spiritual content creators get attacked. That's why it happens. That's why spiritual attacks come our way, because we know that we are entering the war when we put a face to the information. You see? We are willing to die over this because we know we just gonna come back. We don't die, we multiply, right? So kill me, I'm a whole bomb. I'm one of those people, like in the movies when people have the hackers have fail safes. So if they don't type in a password every 24 hours, they'll release a whole bunch of information because that's their trump card. Yeah, you can kill me if you want to. All right, watch what happens afterwards. It's gonna be a wrap for you because there's gonna be so much light. There's gonna be so many sparks set off from me that you want me alive. It's but you gotta pick which one. You want me to keep talking, spread my message, or you want me to wake up tens of thousands of people instead of the few that I have right now? And I'm cool with that. Don't worry about this. We a collective, and we slowly grow over time. So you see how I'm talking, right? See, I went down a tangent. So what good do you think you're going to be to us when you're just a walking ball of fear? That's their strongest power. That's their source of energy. Fear, anger, jealousy. That's what that lower vibrational stuff. And you, this so-called spiritual person, because you burning a little bit of sage and Palo Santo around your house, come on, man, you gotta drop that fear. You holding on to that fear, this is a choice. This is that fear that you choose to carry everywhere. So now I got this hand that's holding the light. My phone is the light. This thing is my darkness. Now I can't hold anything. So wait, why wouldn't I fill my hands with two light forms? Oh, because my hands are full of darkness over here. My hands are full of fear. I'm too scared to carry more light because I have to divert a bunch of energy to carry on to this fear. That's a choice. Your fear. Drop it. Get rid of it. It's done. It no longer serves you. It doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve the mission. Get over it. We all go through traumas and we're all in different stages of our journeys. I understand that. I'm just here to wake some of y'all up. I'm here to motivate some of y'all. Times are changing. And there is a significant level of chaos coming our way. But moving on from that, why is it that some of y'all are still looking for a leader? Now, don't get me wrong. This is a tough lesson I learned from my dad. I get it. Not everyone is built to be a leader. I get that. But I'm not saying it's okay to be a follower either. I'm just saying, okay, if you know that you're not the one that's going to be leading a small militia, an army into battle, you're not going to be a leader, waking up the masses, being the motivator. I consider myself the bugler. I'm here to motivate people to rally the troops. That's what I'm here to do. I'm a motivator. I'm a morale booster. That's my role in this war. If y'all want to be the head generals, go do that. I know my position and I do it damn well. You see what I'm saying? But if you gotta find your position, if you're not a leader, okay, how are you going to contribute to the team? Are you going to be somebody that's holding us back and slowing us down? Or are you going to do your part as part of the group, as part of the collective? A lot of us came from organized religion, right? So some of y'all still got some of those little seeds planted in your brain where you're waiting for someone to come fix your problems. You know, going back to some of these people's lives, where we go to Kalai my Ra, where we go to Brother Yosef, when we go to Isis Wisdom, you know, Spiritual Soul, Pharaoh, not young Pharaoh, I don't know, he helped me a lot, but I don't know about him no more, you know, but like actually just Pharaoh, you know, like, and shout out to the community New Knowledge for putting me on to him. You know, it's like when you're coming to us, like, so what should I do? What am I supposed to do? What am I do? Wait. Why are you asking someone else living their own life based off of their own experiences and lessons that they learned about what you should do in your own life? Regardless if they give you good or bad advice, you are the one that has to experience the consequences of your actions. Consequences are just the things that, the results that follow a certain act. Consequences can be good, consequences can be bad, but are you willing to accept those? But nevertheless, are you ready for that? You know, and someone's gonna tell you to do something, you're just gonna jump to it without doing your own research, without practicing discernment. That's not the move. You know, yes, we are part of the collective, but we're still living our own individual experience because we all have our own unique thing to bring to the conversation, even if it's just a small thought that adds a drop to the bucket. A million drops in the bucket, eventually the bucket's gonna be full. So come contribute. Stop waiting for someone else to give you something, and give what you can give. The more that you give, the more that you receive. That's how this works. You feel me? You know, these are the things that I know that some of y'all walk around with so much fear that you're gonna be useless to us. I hate to put it that bluntly, but that's what you're gonna be. You know, let me talk to my senior retention guys. You know, it's like y'all over here want to be the man that you want to be. You're going to lead this new world. You're going to become the new wave of men, you know, not dominating, but you know what I'm saying? Like making their mark on this planet, you know? But yet, you still get mad if a girl doesn't text you back. You know, oh, I'm a god, I'm a goddess, blah, 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 blah. Okay, since when is a god scared of anything? Since when is a goddess fearful of anything? Since when does a goddess have to parade herself and be butt-ass naked to get some attention, to have some type of influence over anybody? Since when does a god have to flaunt his money and material things to get a step up around people around him? Come on now. We need to grow up. Like I said before, the energies are rising. And if you are moving slow, if you are vibrating slow, if you are vibrating low, slow, there's a reason why those words go together, why they go hand in hand. It's because you are going to be getting what's almost pretty much, and I don't know if this is a proper term, but like a cosmic friction. You know, put your hand, if your hand is still, and I've used this example before and I'm gonna keep on using it. It's like if you put your hand on a treadmill and you turn the treadmill up to 10 miles an hour, you keep your hand on it, what's gonna happen? Your hand is going to burn. Because your hand is not moving at the same frequency. When your hand is moving at the same frequency, what do? You go with it. It doesn't burn you. You just go along with it. You're not noticing anything because you're operating with it. That's why water is hot. The water is hotter than you. Like boiling water is hot. It's vibrating at a higher frequency. Those atoms are causing little micro frictions on your skin. That is what makes you burn. That excites your molecules. It makes them want to go and they want to disperse with the water. But that's what causes you to burn because you don't match the frequency of that temperature. The same thing is happening on this planet right now. Don't get me wrong, there's other questions like why is it that every year we talk about the heat waves and now this is the year that something's going to happen and nothing ever happens. I do have that other question. Actually, while we're there, you know, sometimes too, I do have to have a little bit my own discernment. It's not skepticism because I know what's going on in the world. You know, like, well, I know to a certain extent of what's going on in the world. But every year it's like, oh, the heat waves are coming through. The heat waves, this is the year that the transition's going to happen. This is the year that, and don't get me wrong, it's going to happen eventually. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's summer. It tends to get hot in summer. Don't get me wrong, the year 2022 has been a little bit different. But every year leading up to this, it's like the heat waves, well, see, we're waking up. The sun is killing off and then it turns winter. People are no longer talking about this. Spring, summer, we heat waves. Okay, guys, are y'all waiting for the world to be burnt into a crisp, or are you really, like what's going on here? You know, I get it. Like when you're tapped in, you know things are coming from a mile away. You know, a lot of us knew about David 19 before it was coming out, before it was even going to happen. You know, it's like we knew about it. But some of y'all sometimes though, y'all are so tapped in that you're only focused on the disasters of things and you're forgetting to live your life. Why are you only focused on the disasters? Why are you stopping your life because you're waiting for the next disaster? No, I'm gonna live my life until it's a wrap, because I know I'm protected. I'm always knowing that I'm gonna be at the right place at the right time, because that's how I move. I practice what I preach. That's why I'm not fearful of certain things. I know where I belong and I know where I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why don't you? Because y'all talk a big game when you're in these chats. You talk a big game when you're in these comment sections. You talk a big game and calling people sheeps and bots and stuff. But then again, that just shows that you have another level to ascend where you are still putting yourself above people. I get it. I use the words to get us all on the same page. But some of y'all in your casual day-to-day lives, you're calling people sheeps and bots and oh, blah, blah, blah. They sleep. They're unawakened. They're not like us because we're conscious and we're high vibrating individuals. Yes, these are all things that we say, and I get it, but some of y'all take it to another level. Okay, they're bots, they're sheep, they're stuck, they're asleep, they're unwoke, they're blah, 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 blah. Okay, so are you going to spend all of your attention on them, proving how better than them that they are? Or are you going to keep making yourself a better version, arming yourself, preparing yourself for what's to come in this world, in this spiritual war that we're about to step into, that some of you are about to step into right now? I'm just asking questions for a friend. Till the next one, y'all. Peace.